This week we're featuring Malachite, Emerald under the microscope cap, oil on Why'd I Buy That, 12 nude jokes, and fresh entertainment at unbeatable prices. I'm making small steps towards getting healthy. This week I've switched from taco pizza to taco salad pizza. Let's start the show. Hello, welcome to the program. Buds and Hazard, good to see ya. How's it rolling tonight? Hope it's not soggy. And it's hard to light the show. Hope you're doing okay. This piece I've been processing for like 4 years. I couldn't even find the original video. I'm not even sure if I have the original video. What am I doing? Switching pieces already? I actually cut part of the bottom of this off. The piece up in the corner, that was a piece that was the underneath side of what I cut off before. But when I cut it off the first time, welcome to not knowing what you're doing, it broke. It broke on me. What is up with that? Do I have that? I should have that somewhere. I was just showing Diane the other day. What did I do with that? I'll show it under the microscope cam if I can find it. Gotta hone in on my findery. There it is. Yeah, we'll show this busted piece under the microscope cam. But anyway, I wound up sawing off this other piece a little bit thicker. Just trying to go a little too thin that time. I wound up sawing it off, and I got it. Downriver Mining and Lapidary by Jeffrey. The Opal Master. How goes it? How you doing, man? Glad you were able to make it by the show. I'm a little late today. We were having a birthday party for one of the local comedians, and I wanted to be supportive. She's great. Wanted to encourage her and tell her happy birthday. And then I had to get out here and support you guys. Oh, another thing, I actually went up on stage and did a set. They were nice. They let me go up first, which is awesome. I mean, it was actually JT, and to be fair, Christina Farrell, Brian Farrell's wife, such a nice gal. She's been organizing the benefit that I'm going to do for comedy coming up in 2 weeks, a couple of Fridays from now. And they invited me to tell some clean jokes for this benefit, right? And she's been doing all the organizing and everything. And she was like, "Oh, are you going up?" And I was like, maybe, probably not, because I got to leave to do my show." And she's like, "Well, just ask JT." And then, she asked, or I pointed at JT, and I was like, "We're talking to you." And he came over, or talking about you. And he came over, and she was like, "Hey, he's got to leave." And I was like, "Yep, got to do the show." And he's like, "Well, I'll put you up first," which was really awesome, because I was like, freaking awesome. Got to do some jokes, got to make some people laugh. And I was on the way out because I had to leave early to show up for the show for you awesome folks. I like to chat with you folks and, Make sure I'm here to say hi, which sucks because, you know, I was a half an hour late and people are used to me going live, you know, on time. But lo and behold, here we are. And I gotta end the show, what, in 23 minutes so we can go over the Tom Kelly show. But the point is that, uh, whatever I was talking about, it was awesome. So, that is awesome, brother. Thank you, sir. Glad you were able to make it out to the show. Got some jokes for you. Cheers. Got some Mountain Dew. Actually, I designed a mug that reads Gem Juice. I keep going around about, do I want it to say crystal juice? I mean, because really, this is crystal juice. This is sugar crystal juice. Cheers. There, that's what the thing looked like before I started working with it. Where is that piece? I should have that piece. I wonder if that's in the gem box. Might be in the cut box. Not quite sure. The comedy set, that would have been cool to see. I appreciate that. It's, you know, to be honest, it's to record it to record the Village Theater isn't the same as recording the jukebox because it doesn't sound the same. It's kind of boomy. It is cool. You got to be there. But I mean, if it was cool to record it, I would have recorded it. But a lot of the jokes are jokes that you've heard before because I've told them on the show. Some of them weren't, and some of them were local based, like local comedy based. Like I referenced some of the comedians and stuff like that in my jokes, and so it's a little bit of an inside joke, but they hit pretty well, so I was happy with that. Let's get the microscope fired up, shall we? Boom, boom, shaboom. Goes the Joey T pants. How you doing, Joe? I actually saw Joe the other day. Yesterday. It was yesterday. It was at Taekwondo. Yeah. I think I posted a picture of my Taekwondo-iness on Instagram. It's probably like the 5th picture out, something like that. Anyways, where's the microscope at? Okay, we got to plug it in. That'll help. I'm going to show some emerald under the microscope. Going to show some ruby and zoisite. I think I showed that last week or a couple weeks ago. But I started working on a piece. It'll be a feature in a little while from now. Since I just, we're featuring green right now, I think next I'm going to do that blue chalcedony, and then after that we'll do probably this orange carnelian piece I've been working on. Nice and orangey, right? Exactly. Hope you're liking the oranginess on that. I'm a little worried about it actually, because it's got like this area over here of whiteness, and I'm worried that might ruin the oranginess of the button. We'll look at that on the microscope cam too. But first, let's look at the stone of the week, malachite. It's a softer grind, I will say that. Like with finer grits, malachite shapes up fairly easily, but it's not like you can just push it in there and it grinds it away. It's not that easy of a grind. It is a very, very heavy stone. Very heavy. It's like, friggin', wow, is that little thing that heavy? But when it comes to like trying to just shape an edge, you got a perfect edge and you're going to put that into the grinding wheel and get a nice smooth edge. Sometimes with stones, that edge will have a hard spot and you'll be grinding it. I'll put it in the wheel and it'll kind of turn like that because it's like this part's being eaten away. But with malachite, if I turn it, the whole thing eats evenly. It's kind of soft in that sense. It's nice to work with. And notice how this particular piece, which is the wrong piece, I need to get to the next video, it's got the circles. They call that bullseye. Bullseye malachite. The feature up in the corner is not necessarily bullseye, but I like it. It's got like a stream, a rivery look to it. Go to town on that one, Jake Bud. Ruby and zoisite is an interesting stone. It is, yeah. I'm gemming out while jamming out. About to join Buds and Hazards with the evening fun. Okay, where are we at? Where's the next video? I gotta find it. I gotta actually find the next video. I was watching Back to the Future. That's a far out movie. They were great actors. Christopher Lloyd, I think, is the dude who played the Doc. He did a great job with that. Okay, here's the saw footage. I'm going to turn it down a notch. So the bottom slab is the ruby and zoisite. Then the next slab up is some lapidolite that I shaped. We're going to be featuring that pretty soon. And then the other piece there was some prehnite. And here's the malachite. You can see some of the banding. It's got the light green copper and the dark green copper. And a lot of scratches because I hadn't polished that yet. I probably should have polished it before I sliced it. But I figured, why not? Doc Brown, you got it. Doc Brown from Back to the Future. That was a classic movie. So much 80s in that movie. So much of the 80s electronics and plastic and stuff that malfunctioned a lot and didn't last very long. Speaking of not lasting very long, we got to get through the show. Where are we with the show? I'm sitting here enjoying just chatting and that kind of stuff. Enjoying hanging out with my awesome friends. There we are. Okay. On to the microscope scene. Man, I really got to do something about this microscope cam lighting. I got to get some different lighting for it. Let's see, maybe if we zoom in a little differently. Kiwi Claw! Back to the Future shaped my youth. Oh, dude, I remember seeing Back to the Future 3 in the movie theater. That was friggin' far out. It's like, oh wow, they got a third one out. Back to the Future 2. I remember my brother saying, oh yeah, we'll have hoverboards in 1990. I'm still waiting on them hoverboards, Josh. Okay, this part is cool. It's all the same color except for this little area over here. I mean, to get an entire layer that's the same color, that's pretty hard to do with malachite. I almost decided to make this the feature, but it's the dark green and not the light green. If it was the light green, I'd have been like, score. But then I was like, nah, we're going to do the top side. Because, I mean, look at the picture. That made a pretty cool gem. Didn't it? I mean, maybe it's just me, but I like it. And to be honest, this camera's not catching the color of the stone properly. That picture up there actually captures the actual color of the malachite stone. It doesn't look as good on the camera, but up in that picture, which is kind of rare, sometimes the picture's always hit or miss. Oh, I guess we're into the lapidolite now. I cut that lapidolite apart. And lepidolite. And we're going to be getting into that pretty soon. There we go. Alright, now you can see me just kind of finish shaping it up. I mean, it was mostly this shape already, and then I ground the sides down because they were pretty smooth, and then I just kind of flattened them up, and I was like, alright, let's take a look at this thing. This is actually my third piece of malachite that I've ever shaped. Third piece ever. So I'm still new to malachite, you know. But here's the one, and the part that I cut off of the top of this is this piece. But it snapped on me. Can you believe that? What the crap is that? What kind of crap is that? Hey Joe, if you're around tomorrow night, there's a comedy competition at the office in Davenport. And they're like, bring your it's the audience is voting, so bring your friends and rig the crap out of it. But you know, it's a work day, so I totally understand. But look at the the scaliness. It's kind of like a turtle, isn't it? I like turtles, especially the ninja kind. I wonder if this used to belong to a ninja turtle. And this other part is scaly too. I was so excited about it, but I cut it too thin and it snapped on me. Snapped off in the saw. If you notice in the saw video part of the program, where I was sawing it, I did down, I did in, I flipped it over, I did the other side and back around, and then finished it off. That way it would be a lot less likely to snap, because there wouldn't be the leverage. I wonder if there's a joke there about using lever soap with the leverage. Bed by 8:30 on weekdays. No problem at all. I dig the colors in the center of that. It is pretty nice. Buds and Hazard. Sorry, busy? No problem, Buds and Hazard. No problem at all. I'm glad you were able to make it by. Oh, you're in trim jail. Gotcha. That good old-fashioned stuff. Hey-o, Kiwi Claw. Are you making a sandwich out of that new sandwich spread that not only makes for a delicious sandwich, but it also gives you a shout out, called Hayonnaise, also referred to as Heyo. Alright, I haven't finished polishing this one, but basically this is the ruby. That red part is the ruby in the zoisite. And so this is the little piece of ruby and zoisite that I was talking about that I'm working on. It's pretty small, but it's got ruby, it's got the zoisite, and I wanted to start with something small to get a feel for the stone. That way I can send something to Colette. And basically it's from here, and I just trimmed it out of the corner. Not this whole big corner, it was a lot smaller than that, but bloink, out of the corner there. And we got some ruby and zoisite in progress. And that's part of that. Okay, dang, we're getting close. I gotta get to the jokes. Okay, so here's a piece of lapidolite under the microscope cam. It's still got the dust from the saw. So I'm gonna be shaping this into a nice big old square bar. And we got this piece of carnelian that I was talking about. And see this white part over here in the corner? I hope that doesn't become a problem. I'm going to kind of finish it out as is, keep it as a button and round it over. Carnelian, this stuff is so hard, it's full of sparks. When I do the feature video, which might be next week, then you'll be able to see all the yellow sparks from this stuff being worked on the 100 gritter. Okay, where are we at? Emerald, and then we can get on to the why'd I buy that? Because I bought some oil, but which one did I buy? And why'd I buy that? See, this has a crack in it. This is all opaque emerald, but it's got good color. See, there's no crack there, so I'm going to try and dome this over and make it into a bead. And then that'll be our next green feature, if I can do that. That or some aventurine. One of those things. And I also got this bigger piece of emerald. That's why I'm working with the smaller emerald. Little bit of backstory. The very first stone I ever shaped was some opaque emerald. Yeah, I bought one off of Amazon of all places instead of eBay. Get way better stuff on eBay. A lot better prices. But I bought it off Amazon. It was pretty cool, and I had fun shaping it. I'm going to have to... You know, when I feature the emerald, I'm going to bust out my original emerald chunks and show you some of the stuff that I got out of that. Let's see. All right, so that's basically the microscope portion of the program. If you have any questions about emerald or malachite or carnelian or lapidolite or ruby and zoisite, go ahead and let me know. Tonight, I'm reluctant to end the weekend. Isn't that every single day, Joe? I mean, it's like you start a party. You don't want the party to end. You just take a nap in the middle of the party, and you wake up and continue the party. for 30 years. Anyways, let's see, where are we? We got the video rolling. We got the microscope cam rolling. We're getting ready. Oh, man, we got to do this so that we can get over the Tom Kelly show. All right. So this is the oil. This is the aisle. I saw the aisle. I went down the aisle. I saw they have the bigger jugs of oil, which is what I want. I want the full synthetic oil because it seems to last longer and it always drains out the dirt. Then when I replace the oil, I wind up like I check it to make sure it's good. It's always cleaner. And like even with older engines, you drain out the dirty oil and then you run the synthetic and then you drain out the synthetic and you put new synthetic in and it's cleaner. It's like not just the oil cleaner, but the engine. And so I went down here, I saw these little red flags and I was like, on sale? Usually I buy my oil on Amazon, but Amazon's not going to ship me my oil for like 2 more weeks. It's like I'm waiting like 3 weeks for oil and I didn't want to be without oil. So I saw it was on sale at the store. And if you notice, they are actually pretty sold out because it's the one that's way in the back. And I wanted to mention that out of the 2 of them that were back there, one of them has like a beat up front label and the other one has like a brand new pristine front label. And I was like, I want the pristine clean one. So I grabbed the better looking label, which was cool because, you know, as far as the handle on this side, it was the one that was easier, you know, it was more easy to grab. And the other ones that aren't quite back so far, they're like the 0W20 or the, you know, the 10W30. I get the 5W30 because of the way that it, you know, it works better in the cold. A lot of years I use the 10W30, and around here you can get by with that, but why not go for the 5W30? That's what they put in the car originally, and why not stick with it, right? So that's what I bought, and that's why I buy that. And it was about $26 and change. Oil prices went up a lot. No kidding, Buds and Hazard. That's like the 1 quart jugs. They used to be like 6 something for the full synthetic. $8.95. Yeah. That's why getting this 5 quart jug is such a deal. And it always felt kind of weird when they started coming out with the 5 quart jug. It was like, really? Should I do that? Because I'm used to having all the individual ones you open, but actually I've been enjoying having that big jug. A lot less time spent opening, a lot less time spent waiting for it to drain. You know, you gotta wait for each one to drain. So I like the big jug, and that's why I buy that. We're almost out of time. I gotta get to the jokes. What do I got for jokes for you guys? And then I can send you on your way, because you're awesome like that. Gotta get you guys started on the week. Okay, ow, my fingers. I'm making small steps towards getting healthy. This week I switched from taco pizza to taco salad pizza. Small steps, right? Someone asked me about my descendants. I said, I don't want to talk about my testicles. I've been growing watermelon, but instead of watering the watermelon with water, I've been watering them with beer. Because I want some beer melon. It's an unfinished joke, but it's too genius not to mention. Okay, let's see. A passenger was fined $1,800 for having Egg McMuffins in their luggage. But to be fair, $1,800 is, with gas prices like they are, $1,800 is less than the cost to go to the drive-thru. The Verge has listed things that we've learned from working at home. First on the list, pants are apparently an invention of the industrial complex. Because when we work at home, ain't nobody wearing no pants. Let's see, it's been recently discovered that the reason women don't like to play hockey is because they don't like having 3 periods in 1 hour. Let's see. I don't remember these headlines. I didn't have time to copy them down quick enough. Okay, the scientists have revealed that the Earth has been spinning faster, which is proof that the planet wants this year to be over with. Scientists have dubbed it global fastering. A beach in New York has spotted sharks swimming in shallow water near kids. The lifeguards have already hired Chris. Oh, dang it, I know the guy. Chris something. The catch a predator guy. Anyway, totally ruined the joke portion this time. I did not have enough time to copy it. Almost done. Vegas slots. Oh, yeah, Las Vegas has flooded. Probably doesn't help that I had a rum and coke at the birthday party I went to before the show. Let's see. Las Vegas has flooded, including the Strip and the casinos. But they said it's no problem, because while their slots may be loose, their escorts are watertight. There's a real-life version of the Squid Game coming to New York City. First rule is to eat squid without becoming nauseous. The economy has shrank for the second quarter. The U.S. economy has shrank for the second quarter in a row. The government is blaming the shrinkage on breeze from the AC. Let's see. Do we got one more or two more? Two more. A drunk man tried to flee from a crash. A drunk man was detained by an emu after trying to flee from a crash. And it was revealed that the emu is more aggressive than an insurance salesman. He must be from Liberty Mutual. And last but not least, Spanish prosecutors are seeking jail for Shakira over tax evasion. Learn more about this in my new book, Reasons Why I Want to Sleep with Shakira. The other reasons might include that, she would hang out for... Where's it at? No, I missed it. She might want to hang out for the joke portion of the program. Just in time, right? Just barely enough time. Okay, Ron Weasley made it to the show. Dude, all right. I am glad to see you, Ron, because when I was holding up that Lapidary and I was like, that's a bar, it reminded me of that blue aventurine that I got, that I sent to you. Where is the Tom Kelly show link? Okay, because he's coming up with a premiere in like a couple of minutes. Why isn't his channel showing up? Okay, this one is supposed to happen. Oh, that one's not happening for a little while. Okay. Is this one happening now? Close. Come on, work. Work, dagnabbit. Okay, yep, it's happening right now. So, if you're bored, join me over there. Austin McCool made it for the show. Buds and Hazard, Joey T. Pants, Downriver Mining and Lapidary by Jeffrey, Roxy Rants, Ron Weasley, and all of you awesome people out there in YouTube land. Thank you for joining me for another great show. I'll see you next week, and next week I will be on time.